Greetings, Grapple fans. It's Free Match Monday once again, and I'm your Director of Fun, Mike Quackenbush. One of the major stories of Season 18 has been the hotly contested and much coveted Young Lions Cup. And for this Young Lions Cup title defense, we go back to the CHIKARA exclusive program, The Hour of Power, where we saw champion Hermit Crab meet the challenge of Razerhawk.
Quick note about our scoring system here at CHIKARA. You know you need 3 points to challenge for the Grand Championship. Razerhawk comes into this with 1 point already. Picked that up in North Carolina over Mr. Azerbaijan. Now in a Young Lions Cup title match like this, just to be clear, those points are not at stake. So if Razerhawk were to lose in his bid to become a Young Lions Cup champion this afternoon, he will not lose that point he accumulated down in North Carolina. Lots on the line for both of these guys. It's been a real hot potato, the Young Lions Cup this season.
Very true. Hermit Crab winning it from Silverhawk, so perhaps a little bit of revenge on the mind of Razerhawk. The two circling each other.
While they are even in the height department, the Hermit Crab is a bit heavier. Carries almost 25 full pounds over Razerhawk. And the Hermit Crab, of course, has been on the active roster quite a bit longer than Razerhawk. The Cyberhawks, woo! What a head scissor from Razerhawk. This guy, very, very talented high flyer. Keep your eye on Razerhawk from the middle strand. Tumbling right out with a swanton of sorts onto the Hermit Crab from a seated position.
Impressive. Razerhawk, of course, known for his speed. He's going to try to use as much of it as possible here, and perhaps going to fly.
Huge Tope Con Hilo wipes out the reigning Young Lions Cup champion on the unforgiving floor of the Wrestle Factory. I think Razerhawk will leave nothing in the back this afternoon in order to capture the Young Lions Cup.
The Razerhawk's got to get him back in the ring if he wants a shot at that cup. Razerhawk looks like he's going to try it one more time.
Razerhawk.
He does!
Oh man, he hit the Hermit Crab, but also his head and neck hit the floor. And I think Razerhawk got the worst of that one.
It looks like he turned it into a power bomb. Oh, and now again on the apron.
These high-risk moves, you really see the chance for them to backfire. Even though Razerhawk's legs and even posterior connected with the Hermit Crab, the brunt of the fall was on the floor, and then the Hermit Crab was able to recover and powerbomb and now slam Razerhawk out on the apron of the ring. That high-risk move really backfired on Razerhawk because of a distance probably no more than 12 inches.
Very true. And I think people may be underestimating the power of the Hermit Crab.
Yeah, he is a deceptively strong competitor. I recall this from his training days. Razerhawk trying to reach up. I don't think he can suplex the Hermit Crab out of the ring. He does not have the leverage given the positioning. The leverage here favors the Hermit Crab, who just dragged Razerhawk back into the ring.
Up and over, dropping him from the second rope into the cover.
Wow. Very close near fall there after 4 hard falls on his back. The first being out on the floor, 2 on the apron, and then that superplex-like move that brought him back into the ring. The back of Razerhawk has been severely damaged, and you know that favors the Hermit Crab because all of his crab submission holds, Boston Crab, Flat Crab, they all affect the lower back.
Oh, and you can tell that the Hermit Crab knows the damage has been done, targeting the back there.
Yeah, he will be relentless in the application of his in-ring strategy. He's going to proceed directly to one of those crab variations, and he wants a tap-out win for his Young Lions Cup defense today at the Hour of Power.
There he goes again, just targeting that back, driving the shoulder into the spine.
Hermit Crab has drawn a bullseye on the back of Razerhawk, and it's been all Hermit Crab for the last minute or two, Scott.
Yes, it has. It takes him over. Hermit Crab planning something. Ooh.
For a second there, I thought he wanted to exploit the pressure point. But you know, that pressure point does not necessarily weaken the back. That kick sure did, though.
Very true. You can see the methodical planning here of the Hermit Crab. That slow, almost scuttling pace.
The Hermit Crab has Razerhawk at bay. Razerhawk can barely manage to throw a couple open-handed blows. Sent for the ride by the Hermit Crab. That clothesline was just a little too high, as was that back elbow. Look at him go right into the waiting arms of the Hermit Crab, where he got a spine buster for his trouble.
Cover.
That right shoulder barely came up off the mat this time. You can feel hope slipping through the fingers of Razerhawk.
And you see, with each pinfall, it's not so much frustration, but just calculating, thinking what he's going to do next to exploit that injury.
Driving the knee into the lower lumbar region is the Hermit Crab, who continues to punish the lower back. You can be certain he's thinking about using one of his crab holds to finish off Razerhawk, while continuing to wear him out with simple things like repeated covers that make Razerhawk kick out.
Controlling the head now, backing him against those ropes yet again. Cutting off some of the air supply. Not giving Razerhawk a moment of rest.
No, he's really smothering him, as we like to say in the wrestling parlance. Don't give your opponent a moment to breathe. One deep breath sometimes can make the difference in a match. Oh, he sloughed him off. He wanted a DDT and he couldn't get it. Hermit Crab basically sloughed him right off.
Razerhawk trying to get something going, but no.
He's got him by the throat. Boy, it's been a series of unlucky events for the Razerhawk. That tope con hilo that really didn't connect completely out on the floor completely changed the complexion of the match. Choke slam, could this be it? 2 and no, only 2.
And you can see with each kick out from Razerhawk, there's a little bit less authority behind them.
See him wiggling his fingers, trying to get some feeling, some sensation back into his extremities is Razerhawk. Oh boy, he is in a bad, bad way. From the interlocked front chancery, Hermit Crab, what's he gonna do to Razerhawk? Oh, look at this. This is the first mental error the Hermit Crab has made the entire match. His plan had been working to perfection until now, but taking exception to a couple jibes from the audience is always a mistake. Stay focused.
Razerhawk has an extra man out there in the CHIKARA. Letting him get to his feet. Razerhawk, this is his opportunity. He's got to get something going.
He had time there to draw 6, 8, 10 breaths, while the Hermit Crab was distracted by a couple comments from the CHIKARA, and he ran right into a clothesline that just about separated his head from his shoulders. Cover, 1, 2, and only 2, very, very close.
And the momentary lapse from the Hermit Crab did give Razerhawk an opportunity to rest, but he's right back into the game plan.
And the last half dozen near falls have all been in the favor of the Hermit Crab. One more time from the interlocked front chancery. He's picking him up and just dumps him. That wasn't even a suplex, that was just a throw. Once again, Razerhawk having to expend the energy to kick out, and that is about the least his shoulder blade has left the mat thus far.
Just barely staying in it. Now cutting off that air supply, using that bottom rope.
Not only is the Hermit Crab doing a great job wearing down Razerhawk, but to be frank about it, I've never seen Razerhawk absorb this kind of punishment before and come back. And I feel like his opportunity to capture the Young Lions Cup is slipping away one devastating move at a time. Another drop right onto the back, spine first.
Razerhawk staying in it. Razerhawk knows what it would mean to hold the Young Lions Cup. He's given everything he's got to stay in this matchup, but I don't know how much longer he can do that.
Yep, the Hermit Crab has used that suplex turned backbreaker to fantastic effect twice in this match already. Oh, he caught him with a great stunner variation. And look how Razerhawk's trying to get away from the Hermit Crab. Clear some distance, take a few breaths, and think to yourself, and this is always the hardest part after you've taken so much punishment, how do I get back to my game plan?
Razerhawk trying to feed off the CHIKARA, trying to will himself back to his feet.
Another shot to the back has basically halted the forward momentum of Razerhawk. No less than the 8th consecutive near fall in the favor of the Hermit Crab. Hermit Crab firmly in control. The pendulum has swung completely in his direction, despite two very brief flurries from the Razerhawk in this Young Lions Cup title contest.
Trying to fire out of this.
Throwing strikes, anything he can do to get loose. And a huge leaping lariat took the Hermit Crab down. But look, he can't follow up. Razerhawk is flat on the mat.
Yeah, Razerhawk is known for that fast pace, and he just can't get back into it.
Now, if you can't take enough breaths, I mean, look, he's peeling himself up off the mat at this point.
Razerhawk looks like he's going to try to go to that top rope. It's a high risk, but high reward. Will he be able to hit it?
Headed up to the top, but the Hermit Crab's already on his feet.
Taking a lot of time.
Oh, he caught him! The Hermit Crab caught him out of midair!
Unbelievable!
He just threw him right down onto the mat after catching that man out of midair. And if he's able to turn this Boston Crab over, Scott, I think it's all over. Razerhawk's back has withstood so much punishment throughout this match. Boston Crab, look at him sitting low on the lower back. Razerhawk, can he hold on? Will he be forced to submit?
He's trying to power his way out of it, trying to get to those ropes, trying everything he can.
He doesn't have a whole lot of life left in him. Can Razerhawk make it to the bottom rope, or will he be forced to submit to the Boston Crab of the Young Lions Cup champion? He's making an adjustment here. Looks like a half crab now.
He releases one of those legs, but it allows him to sit back a little bit farther.
Razerhawk finally makes it to the bottom rope, and not a moment too soon, in my opinion. His lower back will not be able to withstand one more high-impact blow or even another submission hold.
Especially the way the Hermit Crab was using all of that 5 count, just sinking in the damage there.
Smothering his opponent, right back on top of Razerhawk. The reigning Young Lions Cup champion, Hermit Crab, does not want to give the high flyer the opportunity to execute another high-risk move.
More shots to the back. Hermit Crab knows exactly what he's doing here. Razerhawk trying to get away.
Fans, want to assure you here, I know the hour of power is just about out of hour, but we aren't out of power. We will stay with this contest until its conclusion. Hermit Crab sends Razerhawk for the ride. It's a reversal in mid-ring, but not a lot behind that. No, it barely stunned the Hermit Crab, who elevates Razerhawk. Forearm has taken the starch out of the Hawk. Oh man, what is the Hermit Crab thinking? We saw him use a superplex-like move before from this position.
Looks like he's going for it again, scuttles into position.
He's gonna try and drag Razerhawk back into the ring from up there. Man, this is a very dangerous spot they're in.
Razerhawk able to hold that top rope.
Fighting for all he's worth. Huge leaping kick. He clipped him in the shoulder blade. I think he wanted the head, but didn't get it. How much can Razerhawk have left? He leaps in. He got caught out of midair. Down the back he goes, all the way through into a folding press on top. He got him, Scott! Razerhawk with the folding press and jackknife bridge wins the Young Lions Cup.
Hermit Crab can't believe it. To be honest, neither can I.